Last week we spoke about, if you remember, we put a bottle on the table, and if we say this is the body of a man, and we can change it with a pen. And now we go a step further. All of you have made this coil. We have made this coil in a very simple way, and we have both. And understand, I repeat this again, I will explain the principle of this ring. This coil was built to replicate the operation of the universe. This internally has a gravitational and magnetical property, and this also have a gravitational and magnetical property. These two together have their own magnetic and gravitational property in respect of each other. So the environment they create is totally a shape of literally a ball of plasma. Here we brought this in this line. In the space technology, which now we producing plasma with, as I told you, we turned the plasma in this shape where we could create and control both magnetical and gravitational to create pressure and changes. Those of you who follow the health section, you can use this. Let me explain. If you put this as a body of man, and you put this on one side, you can change the orientation of the screen and change the plasmatic condition, gravitational magnetic field strength, which go through the body. If you put a similar unit on this side, let me explain to you in this way. This is one of the plates from one of the power supplies, maggrav unit. If I put this maggrav unit here and put another magnetic unit on the other side of the man, and now I orientate and change the orientation, both gravitational magnetic field strength of this system, you see I can adjust it to the zinc, and I can adjust it to this angle. I can bring it to the hydrogen. So in the coming time, the orientation of gravitational field of one system as it goes through the body of the man or the body will change and affect what is inside in the center. So if I can go this way, that you can see better. This way. So if I put this on this side and I change this, as the energy goes through the body, it changes. You have a cancer based on calcium, you change it slightly, you bring it to potassium. In this environment, potassium cannot exist, so cancer will disappear, because you change the field environment inside the body of the man. So the next step now, which you're learning in the health section of the space technology, you need one coil, or you decide to hold the center constant and just change the magnetic and gravitational field now. So you can change the two, or you can change the strength of gravitational in the center of the one in respect to the other. It becomes very easy. The new health system, now that we know how to change gravitational magnetic field, you can go from hydrogen to any element you want by literally changing the orientation of the power supply as the plasma, we call it. You don't need to carry every medicine with you, because now you can change higher gravitational system, go to heavier elements, or become medical to release according to what you want. So from now on, in the new health sections that we talk about, in a way, you don't need to carry vitamin C, vitamin D, or aspirin, or whatever. Once this system variation in its strength, orientation of one field to another, will create what we called, this is what we said, in the space you don't need to take any medicine. Coil like this will create plasma inside. You are not working with field, with with coppers. You're working with the field of plasma here. This is the plasma which will change. This is what you work with. So in changing orientation, you change the plasma strength which is released or in plug. You increase gravitational, go to heavy elements, or you increase the magnetic to release and convert to lighter. But you place another system here, which means this has to interact with this. So in between is the body of man. Change of cancer in 0 time. Because you change the environment. Later on today, you're testing one. Very much in this way. We have men who have cancer who have been operated on and they occurred, and we are going to test which been two place like this with other variation to see if we can change the condition. But don't forget, we connect these two together, that we decide that there is a need for field flow. There is a need for interaction, leaving one in respect to the other, with body of man inside changes. When this, as we develop this technology, will test, and we will to make it into a one unit, which is just like this, a small unit which can handle any disease in the space. Because right now you can control gravitational and magnetical. Those of you in the health section, like doctors who work, slowly can start to developing the system, which is literally based on a free plasma. And don't forget, you need to create a plasma condition. In this way, you can get flat plasma. You need this spherical face of it, just change it, and you can get it. Or the other way around. So the structure of the new plasma space is very, very simple. It's what you need, and now you have the tools for it. One simple system can give you, those of you who made that 9 stacker or 12 stacker, whatever, you can use these stackers, even make it 20 stackers high, but in a way that you can with another 20 stacker across from it. Or as we saw earlier, Rick shows we have people made this 9 stacker, which is perfect. Make it more, make it 20 stackers, as many as you can, the height of the man. Then make a variable stand that you can move another system, another stacker up and down in respect to this, and put the body of a man in the middle. You have a cancer in the stomach area, you use this. You have a cancer which is spread across the body, you use all of it. You turn the man, you got the brain cancer, brain tumor, you do this part. You have an amputated leg, you want to grow it, you create field here. So the people who sold us, and they can keep sewing the new pieces and new condition. This old application, when you go into it, we can explain it, understand it, make it this 20-30 stacker, try to be very close. And at the same time, when you make this kind of thing, don't connect them to each other. Make a system that you can connect this to this or this to this. Don't tie up to increase the field from one to another, and then do the same across. If you can build a system which is very much in the star formation, the same as this stackers, and you place body here, the body becomes force reactor. You can dictate building of the chamber of the heart. You can building the pieces of the body where, for example, there is a cancer or there is a blockage. You want to remove it without open operation, because you can do it precisely with recognition. You have spectrum open. You can pinpoint, create right field for the muscle tissue of the stomach, and then the target variety is exactly what you wanted. This is what you're gonna be added in the coming time. The more and more people coming as you open the institute, at the research center. These are the people who come up with these things. Expand the knowledge. Extend it in a way that you understand what you're doing. Allow your projections. From now on, don't make a place which is fixed with 2 rings. Allow in a way that you can make flexible rings. I saw Armin showing me spring he's made.